Good morning, class. This is your science class. So, today we have to start chapter 6, that is reproduction in plants. So, first of all, you all must have studied in previous class that all our food requirements are fulfilled by plants, either directly or indirectly also. Plants give us many things. They are essential for our existence. They are there, that's why we are there. Otherwise, if plants are not there, then we also cannot survive on this earth. Clear? So can you name few things that you get from plants? See, I have written here fruits, vegetables, wood, even oxygen is also there. You can write here oxygen also. I have not written, I have written it etc. You can write oxygen also, which is a very important part of our life. That also we get from plants. Plants also breathe, grow, make food and reproduce as human beings do. Plants are also said as living things. Why? Because they also breathe, they also grow, they also make food of their own, and they also reproduce as human beings do. The process of producing a new plant which resembles the parent plant is called reproduction. So, what is reproduction? It is defined as the process of producing a new plant in which the new plant resembles, means it looks like the parent plant. Okay, it is similar to the parent plant. Parent plant means the plant which is producing another plant. Okay, that is called parent plant. So this process is called reproduction. Plants reproduce their own kind in two ways. First one is reproduction through seeds. Plants reproduce in two ways. First one is reproduction through seeds, which is called sexual reproduction. Now second is vegetative reproduction through roots, stems or leaves, which is called asexual reproduction. Okay, clear? So vegetative reproduction is through roots, stems and leaves, while sexual reproduction is through seeds. Okay, so now let's study first one, reproduction through seeds. Seeds are present inside the fruit. Yes, everyone knows this and everyone has seen this, that seeds are always present inside the fruit, whether it be any fruit, whether it is apple, whether it is you can say any fruit. Okay, banana, you can say. All the fruits are having some fruits are having seeds inside them. For example, papaya also you can take, apple. The size, shape and structure of seeds of different plants vary considerably. Means vary means they are different. Size, shape and structure of seeds of different plants are different, but the basic structure of most seeds is similar. But you can say the basic structure of most of the seeds is similar to each other. A seed has three main parts. Now what are these main parts? First one is seed coat, second one is cotyledons or seed leaves. Seed leaves are called cotyledons also, and next one is embryo or baby plant. Baby plant is also called as embryo. Clear? So what are the three main parts of a seed? Seed coat, seed leaves or cotyledons, and third one embryo or baby plant. So let's study about seed coat. The external covering of a seed is called seed coat. External covering means outer covering. So outer covering of a seed is called seed coat, which protects the baby plant that lies inside the seed. This outer covering protects the baby plant which is present inside the seed. There is a scar on one side of the seed. If you see, in every seed there is a scar on one side. Scar means a mark. Okay, any type of mark is there. The seed is attached to the plant from here. Okay, so the seed, that mark is what is the place where the seed is attached to the plant. Okay, there is a tiny hole on top of the scar. On top of the scar you will see a very tiny hole is there. Tiny means small. The seed absorbs water through this hole. Okay, so the seed gets water inside it through this hole, which is very small in size. Now next part is cotyledons or seed leaves. These store food for the growing embryo, means these seed leaves store food for the growing baby plant. Embryo is the baby plant. As long as the baby plant does not grow green leaves, it depends on the food stored in the cotyledons. Till the baby plant does not grow into green leaves, it depends on the food that is stored in the cotyledons, that is the seed leaves. Okay, seeds of some plants like gram, pea, rajma and lentil have two seed leaves. They are called dicot seeds. Okay, so seeds of some plants are having two seed leaves. For example, gram, pea, rajma and lentil, these all are having two seed leaves, and such seeds are called dicot seeds, which are having two seed leaves. Now pulses are dicot seeds. Seeds of cereals like maize, rice and wheat have only one seed leaf. They are called monocot seeds. Okay, which are having two seed leaves, they are called dicot seeds, and which are having one seed leaf, they are called monocot seeds. Now next part we have embryo or baby plant. It is the baby plant that will turn into a seedling or a young plant. The baby plant will grow and will develop into a young plant. It has two parts. First one is baby shoot, which is also called plumule. Second one is baby root, which is also called radicle. So now baby shoot grows up to form the stem, leaves and flowers. Baby shoot, when it grows up and develops, it forms the stem, leaves and flowers of a plant. And baby root, that is radicle, it grows down into the soil to form the roots of the plant. Okay, that's all. Now next we have germination of seeds. So next we have germination of seeds. Not all seeds are able to grow into new plants. All seeds are not able to grow into new plants. Some seeds are destroyed by harsh weather conditions such as strong winds and heavy rains, while some are eaten by birds and animals as food. See, some seeds are destroyed by very harsh weather conditions, such as if a strong wind is there, if heavy rain is there, then some seeds get destroyed, and some are eaten by birds and animals as food. A seed needs suitable conditions to grow into a plant. The process in which a new plant grows from a seed is called germination. So that means the development of a seed into a new plant is called germination. Okay, now one activity is given here to show the necessary conditions for germination. Means what are the necessary conditions for germination of a plant from a seed. So what are the things required here? 3 bean seeds. See, 3 bean seeds are taken. Okay, you can take rajma seeds also, or you can take bean seeds also. You can perform this experiment at your home and see. Take a beaker, a glass plate, cotton thread. Glass plate is not there, you can take any scale. You can take your scale and tie the 3 bean seeds to a glass plate with the help of cotton thread. Instead of glass plate, you can take your scale and put 3 beans on it at some distance, a small distance, and then with the help of cotton thread tie them. Okay, fill the beaker half with water. Then take any container or beaker, any jug you can take, and fill that beaker half with water. Dip the glass plate, that scale, you can dip it into the beaker as it is shown in the figure. Okay, take care that the lowest seed is you should take care that the lowest seed that you have tied, it should be completely under the water, and the uppermost seed is completely in the air, means water is not reaching there in the uppermost. Okay, while the middle seed is partially means half it is in water and half part of it is in air. Okay, middle seed. Now leave the beaker in a warm place for a few days. Leave it for few days, 4-5 days or 2-3 days you can leave. The what you will observe in 2-3 days, the middle seed germinates. The middle seed will start germinating. Small leaves will come out from the middle seed, while the top and the middle seeds will not grow. The top seed is getting only air and no water, and the middle seed gets both air also and water also, while the bottom seeds, means the one which is at down, gets water but no air is coming there, so that seed will also not germinate. Clear? So with this we can conclude that with this activity, that at a suitable temperature, we can conclude that seeds need air, water and suitable temperature to germinate. Clear? On the basis of this above activity, we can say the following conditions are necessary. First one is water is needed because it helps to soften the seed coat. Water is needed. First condition is water. It also changes the food stored in the cotyledons into a soluble form for the use of baby plant. Second is air. Air contains oxygen which is needed for breathing by the germinating seeds. Germinating seeds respire at a fast rate and grow quickly. Third one is a suitable temperature is needed for germination because all living cells need warmth to become active and grow. Seeds do not germinate if it is too cold. Clear? So that's all for today class. Rest of the thing we'll discuss tomorrow.